Yes,
Hi,
good evening, everybody.
Harry,
All right,
Bernadette.
so we're at 106, so we're just gonna jump right into this because it's getting late and it's been relatively slow this week on the page wise. There's really not much to update you on. There's really no information to update you on. We're still kind of in a holding pattern. I had some personal things to take care of today, and I've got storms running through here, so my internet keeps going down. But we've been putting up a lot of videos. There's that Henry Garrido letter from DC 37 that's been like throwing everybody's head on fire. We did debunk that. Me and Michelle did stay up late a couple nights ago, and it is up on our website under the debunked section. So you can feel free to go up there and share that with your former union leaders, your friends, active workers, get that out there so that they know that, you know, all that is a bunch of caca poo poo. Trying to be nice, Michelle. And then more videos. There's a lot of videos I put up. I'm putting up like between 1 and 2 a day. So we do have one other person that did join us. You saw our video from the other day. Tiffany Caban did come on, and so now we're up to 15. Our goal is still to get to 34. You may have seen over the last 24-ish hours, we started putting up flyers for council members doing district events. Please get out to them. Go there. Michelle should have, and Joe should have put up the palm cards up on our website. Download them, print them out, cut them up. There should be 4 palm cards to a sheet of paper, and bring them with you. Make sure you pass them out. Bring a little stack of like 10 or 20 or something with you, and that way you can give them to their staff. Make sure that they tell you, the talking points already. I mean, you guys are really well trained. Whenever they'll say, oh, the bill's illegal. No, it's not illegal. No, if it is, sorry, we can't sign that bill if it impacts collective bargaining. No, the bill actually is only 2 sentences, and the second sentence says nothing in the bill should be construed to impair collective bargaining for those in their unit. We're not in their unit. We don't collectively bargain. We don't ratify contracts. We don't vote for union leaders. It's not illegal. So those points, you guys all know that, and some of those points should have been on those palm cards that Michelle and I created. So make sure you take them with you and ask them to sign on to 1099. Also encourage them to ask us questions and debunk what they're being told, because they've been given obviously a lot of rhetoric from the UFT, the MLC, DC 37 as this latest attempt, and we're just going to keep debunking it and putting it up on our website. Feel free to share it to the council persons. We're also going to draft a letter this weekend. Hopefully Michelle and I have some time to draft a letter to print out. We're going to go old school. They're ignoring our emails, and some of the council members are even going ahead and creating a new email to not have to use their official email since it's jammed up with all of our emails. So let's start sending them snail mail.
So Faye, I sent you the palm card. I sent it via email. You asked me for it, so I sent it to you. I sent it last week. So
I don't see that question.
yeah, Faye said, where's the
Oh.
palm cards on the website? And I know she asked me for it on the talking points. So I sent her the PDF with the palm cards on it.
And if you don't find it on our page, just go to the search bar, and I don't know how he might have put it up there, but it might have put it up as palm card. Otherwise, if there is a moderator on the page, if you would put a link, not in the chat. Well, I guess you could put it in the chat, but you can also post it to the page. That would be helpful. Oh, there's the questions.
Yeah.
I told Justin Brannon last week that you wanted to speak with him, and he said he spoke with you twice last week. I mentioned the page. That's really funny. I did not know you did that, because he sent me an email going, your people are telling me I'm not talking to you. And I'm like, do I need to talk to you? Because I said to him, I reminded him, you made me sit through a 2-hour breakfast with you in Brooklyn, and you were going to get back to me 2 weeks later, and I'm still waiting. Like 2 weeks was like 6 weeks ago. Is there anything to talk about? I don't know.
Weeks.
But I
asked if the council is lying. They all say that the council's lying.
okay. Well, we already knew that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, just to reiterate, it's been a while.
I know. It's like,
They've been resting. They've been resting.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got to take my thing out of my hair.
Ellen, can Joe Mizrahi do another snail mail card for us to snail mail the holdouts? No, we're gonna do a letter that you can print out. It just has to be written. I'm working on that after a few of the calls you made today. I need to tweak it a little bit more. Helen Prop, I'm in Justin Brennan's district. His staff tells me he's supporting us. Well, Helen, again, he's supporting you how? Is he holding your hand? Is he signing intro 1099? Is he giving you a fist bump and go, I got you, babe? And what is he doing? Or is he signing the intro? Is he signing the code to protect you? The bill? Is he signing the bill? So I don't know what to tell you. Linda McCool, Carol, my donation was received in Georgia. I'm assuming you must have put tracking on that and it got to our bookkeeper.
Joe Mizrahi put up a really good display of how the checks get made out to JS, I'm losing my mind, not to JSH, but the pay to the order of is the organization, but the envelope gets addressed to JSH. And so we put that, Joe did a great pictorial because we've been getting too many that are made out incorrectly and we cannot negotiate them.
Sandra, yes, Councilwoman Hanif, oops, down at the bottom. She is on the bill. She signed on early. Can you send something for Julie Menon's district? I'm assuming you mean gave up. I don't know what that means. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe gave up calling and emailing. I don't think you're going to move Julie. Julie is squarely in the pockets of the unions and she's not budging and she doesn't wish to be educated. So I'm not quite sure what that's going to do. We might just need to pick it outside our office. But it would have to be cooler to do that because we're not doing this in the heat again. Hi, ladies. I'm from South Carolina. Hi, Linda.
Thanks, Serena. Oh,
Gerald Nelson, any idea when the Civil Service and Labor Committee will have a public hearing on our bill? I do not know. That's why we are asking if you are in Carmen De La Rosa's district or you got nothing to do tomorrow, go to her picnic.
right. And I gotta go, and the places are up on the website, correct, of these? I gotta see. 'Cause
All
I
of the
know-
flyers are on our Facebook page.
Okay, because I gotta look, 'cause I know some people have been sending some flyers and I just gotta make sure we have everything.
How many council members do we need, Ken Orland? We would need 34, and we currently have 15 to be a veto-proof number. Laura Genovese, today I asked Eric Dinowitz's office why he's not signed on. I was told by someone in his district office that Dinowitz is being respectful by deferring to Carmen De La Rosa. We had a goof discussion and I told his employee I was confused since the 15 co-sponsors who've signed were hardly disrespectful. Well, Laura, you can call that gentleman or person back and tell them that it is disrespectful to be disrespecting a retiree. This absolutely doesn't make sense. That office comes up with the most BS I've ever heard. Well, outside of Councilman Brannan's office. What do we know about Sean A. Brew? He's not answered my calls or emails. Actually, I'm supposed to have a meeting with his office next week, but he is on our bill. His head is right there. I gave up on Julie Menon. I sent her 5 emails. She never has the guts to reply. You know, John, I would say you really need to get together with a bunch of people on this page and just go to her office and pick it one day. And I would probably do it on a day like she doesn't have to be at City Hall where she would be in the district office. Margaret Plack, where is the latest lawsuit? Is it going to appellate or it's sitting? We have 3 different cases, Margaret. One is waiting for a hearing date at the New York State Court of Appeals. And then the other 2 are back in Manhattan Supreme Court, and we don't have dates for them, either one, any of them. I'm in Julie Wan's District 26. So far, she doesn't respond to this issue. And I would say keep pressuring her, because I also called her office and I'm trying to schedule a meeting with them as well. And that's what I got.
So in case anybody, explain to them, in case anybody out there in our land doesn't know what 1099 is, because I did get a few emails. I know.
Okay, so this has like been going on since June 22nd, and I'm a little disturbed if you don't know what 1099 is. Intro 1099 is the bill that Councilman Barron introduced for us that requires the city to offer a Medigap supplemental plan, the Medigap plan for us. And it is literally 2 sentences that the city will provide a Medigap plan. And the second sentence says that nothing in this bill prevents the unions from collectively bargaining for themselves because we are not in their units. That's 1099. If you Google search the words NYC Council Legistar, Legistar, you'll actually come up to the legislation website. And you can put in 1099 in the search bar and you could actually read the bill right there.
Thank you.
You're
So-
welcome. Ellen Reeser, Eric Dinowitz's father is in the New York State Assembly. Any way we can ask Eric's father to talk to his son? Well, I think some people did that and his father said that he didn't want to get involved. Council member Eric Dinowitz is great at talking from both sides of his mouth. No one running against him. He's full of it. Well, maybe Miriam, you should run against him. Will the same judge be presiding? In the 2 Supreme Court cases, yes. Barbara, Ron Smith, Kevin Dowling, we have 2. One are the faces of the council members who signed on. The other is the hit list. I'm not finishing reading that. I don't trust you. Any Co-op City here? If anyone's from Co-op City, message Rosetta Savage Jenkins. What's going on with Councilman Moya? I don't know. He's behind me. He's definitely not. He's not on the bill. I wrote to Dinowitz today. He answered me to sign up for his newsletter for his updates on 1099. No, well, you could do that, but if you don't, I have not seen an update on 1099, but we're working on him. His father is oblivious. Meet and greet with Dinowitz, his father and Rep. Richie Torres at Skyview on Hudson, across from 5900 Arlington Avenue, Bronx, Tuesday, 6 p.m. Call 718-503-9610 if interested. Get run around from Dinowitz so much I'm dizzy. I hear you, Bruce. That's really great. So if anyone is free on Tuesday at 6 p.m., Bruce is telling you that there is a meet and greet with Dinowitz and his father and Richie Torres, and that would be a fantastic opportunity to go and make some noise. A large group of retirees should be going to this event, Skyview on the Hudson, across from 5900 Arlington Avenue, the Bronx. Tuesday at 6, call 718-503-9610 if interested. Be prepared. They may ask you where you live to be in that district. Make sure you have an address in that district. Or at least you give one that's in that district.
Okay.
Wrote to
Okay, so Ann Elderman, I know she was excited she got on, and now she's like, I think I have given up on the Zoom meetings live, not happy. Okay, and I just asked her why. You are on the live.
Wrote to the 8 committee members today. Okay,
you.
thanks, Kathy. Gail Brewer is missing in action. Haven't heard a word from her. I know.
She crawled, maybe she crawled under a rock.
Ellen Markham Steiner, Kevin Dowling, Barbara, I was joking. Oh, never mind. When the FBI shows up at Mary Ann's house, she will definitely look like a stalker.
I say that to her every day. I say, when they call me, I'm gonna tell, I had no idea why those are up there.
When the Lowe's guys came in to drop off my dryer the other day, they stopped it because this is literally by my front door. And like they walked in and they were like, my dermatologist's office is still asking me to pay a $15 copay. They know that the issue was settled in court already. Can you believe the call? Okay, Martin, listen, if those copays are for the current visit, ask them to call Emblem. If they're from prior to January 12th of 2023, please tell them, please talk to them about paying that. So if it's prior to January 12th, you will probably have to pay those. If they want you to pay them and they're not going to see you pay them. If they're okay with holding out, then hold out. But if it's for a date of service after January 12th, you do not have to pay. Ask them to call Emblem right there in front of you. Michael Eidington, I understand what Intro 1099 states, but is there anything that says we won't have to pay anything extra? Okay, Michael, I get asked this question all the time, that it's unfunded because Henry keeps spreading the big lie that it's not funded. It is funded. It doesn't say that you have to pay it because right now the administrative code as it stands reads the city will pay the full cost of health insurance up to the HIP HMO for every employee, retiree, and their dependent. Your Medigap plan costs about $200. The HIP HMO is $920. You will not ever have to pay for it. The law already provides that it will be paid for. It doesn't need to say, our bill doesn't need to say that. Let me see if I have one of the sheets from one of the videos. Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can still hear you.
Okay. All right. Now, this is the sheet that we had. Now, if you see the HIP and the G, stop mocking my colored markers. Now, you want to talk what premium looks like. You see in orange, the top row, HIP and GHI, right, in blue. It says, and then underneath it says I for individual. In blue, it says F for family, FAM family. And then it's in green, it says senior. That's us. Now, the individual plan, the HIP benchmark is $918. The benchmark for family is $22.53. If you choose the GHI plan, you'll see that there is a difference. GHI costs a little bit more than the HIP plan. Well, what you see circled in here in red is the difference. When GHI is higher than HIP, you have to pay premium. This would be for active workers and under 65 retirees. The plan pays 100%. Individual, 100% for family. The senior care only pays for 20%. Now, the individual premium would have been $22.77. The family plan would have been $209.96. Notice there's nothing in the middle of the senior care rate, and that's because our senior care is way less than the cap of what the city has to pay up to. There wouldn't be any cost. So as long as the law still reads, the city will pay the full cost of health insurance up to the HIP HMO. The HIP HMO is $918. The senior care is $204. You will never have to pay. And the bill doesn't need to say it because it already does. The law already says the city will cover it. So that's really the best explanation to give you in colored marker. So hopefully, Michael, that answers your question. But see, these are whenever I hear you, Miriam, you're saying you're getting dizzy with Dinowitz, and you're getting dizzy with a couple of them. But you know what? These are the answers that you need to give them when they start talking this BS to you guys. Pop, Charlie, I will call you and let you know. She avoids me like the plague. Well, we're gonna get Julie Wan, don't worry. We'll corner her, but you guys also need to like get a group of yous and just go start picketing and protesting and rallying outside her office. Any support from the community boards? Nothing yet, Beverly. We'll put that post up again this weekend to send more letters out. But I think it's summer and they're not going to answer till September. Ann Elterman, it says, she says it took 15 minutes to get on. That's not us.
I sent her a message.
Okay.
I told her
Got it.
that there was no internet. And then when the repeats, the closed captioning should be on. So it should show the responses. Well, does it show that you should be able to read the thread, right?
You'll
Does
see the closed
enable
captioning
closed
when it
captioning.
replays. Yeah,
Right.
she
but
can
you
go
should
back and
see the
watch it.
responses, right? If she scrolls up.
Yes, she'll get the comments in the chat from when she replays it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
yeah,
and it's because we were running late. I didn't have internet because the thunderstorm blew by.
I
So
told her.
we
I told her.
always say that we will run late. I mean, sorry, I can't be on time, but it's not you in this
Yes,
situation.
you.
That's definitely us.
You're not a pain.
Zooms are informative.
Internet.
Okay, you're welcome. Is it okay to let the catastrophe company? I don't know what that means, Janet. Sandra, you're welcome for that great trip to DC. It was a great trip. Sorry, the catastrophe insurance company reimbursed 2020. I hear that. I have no idea, Janet. I don't have that plan. If you call them and they reimburse you for that, wonderful. If they don't, I don't know. I paid a lot for my radiation. I hope I can get it back. Kathy O'Neill Napoli, you ladies keep me in awe with your info, your determination and help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. I know David Chester says Marianne with the tablets. It'll be like Katie Porter with the whiteboards. That's coming next, I guess. She's pretty
Hey,
powerful
don't
with that.
laugh. I have a whiteboard. Don't make me
I need
break
to
out.
get
my
one. I got
whiteboard.
rid of my
I
last
have
one.
one.
She had this little portable one, but they're not cheap either. I could probably go find one.
I have one.
You should email that posting of premiums with an explanation on those on my listserv. I'll take a picture of it and post it on our page. And I actually do a quick video on it this week. Actually I did a video this week where I used it. It's on our YouTube channel. What I might do is go back and just post the link to our YouTubes. There's a lot there. I mean, we've been churning these things out like every day. See, Rosetta loves my visuals.
I didn't say I didn't like them. But you know I gotta make
Barbara,
them.
thank you again. Received the letter today about not throwing us into Aetna, praying for us all. What I mean is everything stays the same. Yes, it does, Barbara. I don't know who you're talking about, what hairdo. I haven't done my hair, but that's what I want to do with Kevin Riley's office. We got voting rights and they need to be reminded of that. Absolutely, Rosetta. Get a group of friends and just go there and pick it for like a half an hour and then give him a copy of 1099 because that way he can't see it. I will tell you that I've been talking to his office. There's a very nice young man in there. I think his name is Jason Fox. But yet the councilman still is not ready to be moved. We don't know what will move him, but we're working on it, and you can too. I think it's worth noting that Tiffany Caban is a lawyer, and she obviously doesn't think 1099 is illegal. And just so you do know, so is Shekhar Krishnan. He is a constitutional attorney. So yes, what happens to the admin code cap if the city decides to discontinue offering HIP? Well, Janet, we've had that discussion, and it's not about the city not offering HIP. The city, the law doesn't say that the city has to offer it. It just says that the city will pay for the full cost of health insurance up to the HIP HMO cap, up to the HIP rate of the HIP HMO. It doesn't say that the city has to offer it. It just says it'll pay up to that benchmark. So HIP will survive. Whether the city offers it or not, the city will still have to pay up to that code unless they change the administrative code. So what the union should be doing is negotiating more, collectively bargaining to pay more, because clearly they do have because they've misused the stabilization fund, they lost their funding mechanism. That's their fault. Make sure a hard stop. You blame them right there. You used up your piggy bank to pay for that. Now they should be collectively bargaining to make sure that there's a fix for that. Otherwise, that's on them, not us. We didn't do that. Adrienne Adams grew up in Hollis, Queens, the daughter of 2 union members. Her mother was a corrections officer on Rikers Island, and her father was a Teamster and UPS driver. Both died within 9 months of each other in early, I don't know what year it is. You say 202. It's either 2022 or 2002. But I'm looking for someone that, oh, they both passed, you said. I did not know that. Have you heard from Curtis Sliwa's people about being on his rating show? Dan, yes, I have. More coming. I had a face-to-face with Dinowitz. He will not talk to you. He took 1099 paper I gave him and he folded it in front of me. I was shocked he didn't crumble and throw it at me. I was a teacher whose husband was 9/11 Fidney. Did he care? No. He doesn't want to talk to me because the last time we spoke to him, we debunked some of his stuff right in real time and gave him evidence to prove what we were saying. And he was sitting in his car quite arrogantly. He didn't want to hear the truth, but that's okay. You know, it's all right.
Did you have a meeting?
Just talked to Justin Brannon at the Bay Ridge Stroll. John, thank you for going to that. He says legislation will not work because the city will sue to stop it. Did not explain further. Okay, whenever a council person says that, tell them go ahead and sue. Let them sue. Let a judge decide it. Don't accept that BS from anyone. He wants to find $600 million to grandfather us in to keep our current Medicare. I told him to talk with Marianne. He says he wants to. Told him she would talk to him in a heartbeat. He says he has relatives with us, so he understands. I won't hold my breath. That's all right. He texted me today and told me to stop trolling him on Twitter. I didn't know I was trolling. Wasn't me. I wasn't even awake. Might have been one of our minions. I don't know. Mary and I, for one, loved your colored marker posters. Well, thank you, Lila. I get teased over my colored markers. The Zoom meetings usually start between 8 and 8:30. I don't expect them to start exactly at 8. Thank you, Shelley. I am never on time. And you guys should know that about me by now. Right, Michelle?
Oh, exactly. I'm like, didn't you?
Usually I get hijacked by something, somebody, a council person yelling at me, as a retiree, you know, freaking out over something, or, you know, something.
Right. Then I'll get phone calls and say, didn't she have like an 8:30 meeting or something like that?
Do I have a meeting today?
I'm like, didn't you have an 8:30?
Oh, shoot. All right, well, it's 8:46. I'll have to wait. Steve Fessel, labor law. Who was my 8:30 with?
I don't know. Didn't you tell me you had an 8:30 tonight?
I did.
I'm her handler.
Oh, I know who it is. They'll wait.
Okay.
Martin Vasirka, Marianne is the Karl Rove of this site with the whiteboard. Sometimes I feel like the Cliff Clavin Martin of healthcare bullshit. Yeah, I also saw Kagan at the stroll. He has our logo on his handout material. I love that. Also, for you guys that went to Ari's last night, thank you. He texted me like at 1 o'clock this morning and again at 7 to say thank you. Clearly there was a really good turnout at his fundraiser. So thank you guys. That's how we do grassroots. Notice how we've never really asked for more than our original ask. Those that can give more, those that can't give what you can. We've never pressured anybody over that, and that's how we want it to stay. So, you know, Ari's made it no secret that he supported us from the beginning. And that's something to, you know, to be thankful for. Sometimes in lieu of donations, people will ask, people will ask, council persons might ask for phone banking. Could you help us make some phone calls or to leaflet? So start thinking about that, because as we get closer to November, that will be an ask. And that's something we could definitely do, because we keep saying we have this voting power. You can let them know, and you'll be speaking to people in your district and letting them know, look, this is what he's done or she's done for us. We want you to know how they protected us, and that would really help. Yes, Arlene, this is a national issue, and we've definitely been able to polarize that by going to Washington. I know, Ann, it's not that you just gotta be patient. It'll show up when we're on. And you can definitely sign up for alerts for when we are live, so you will know when we finally do log in that it does show up. But we always say it's between 8 and 8:30. We try to aim for 8 o'clock, but sometimes it's 8:10. Today it was 8:15.
Never gonna happen at 8 o'clock. Come on, Mary.
We're trying. I mean, we're really trying, but
Now I'm gonna ask everybody that's on the Zoom or that watches it later on, number one, make sure that you yourself donate to us. We're partners. All of us are in this together. We're partners. So donate yourself, and also contact your friends and kind of make sure they're donating. Ask them outright, have you sent money?
Exactly.
Ask,
We know about the Zelle, we know about it. I know people have been sending emails that, it's not going through. We know that. We're still working on trying to get a platform, right? Like one specific platform, we're still in the shush. We're trying to get that all together. So, but it is what it is, but again, keep, again, donate, we work for free, the lawyers do not.
that's my line.
I know that's how your line, I stole your line.
Yeah. We work for free.
That's right,
And we donate.
that's right.
The board donates, the moderators donate. So
Yep.
we're working for free and we donate.
Yep, so even the dog donates.
The dog,
Well, she said the dog was telling them, donate.
Kenneth, if you happen to have a cell phone number, actually, I have a cell phone number, never mind. If you have a way of reaching her. Yeah, you might need to take a group of people over to her office, and we're looking at doing that too. So stay tuned for that. We're talking about a Queens Day and a Staten Island Day.
Yeah, yeah. So, but again,
Susie said she'll join the Julie Menon Day too.
there you go.
So
So
just someone needs to organize it and go.
the dogs are gonna kill me. But anyway, but again, without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Moderators, everybody.
without this group, we'd all be paying $191
Right.
and what was it, 17 cents
It's some nonsense,
a month.
a month, or who knows what,
So that's what I got. Nothing else.
No, that's it.
And we will send you an email on how to sign up for Facebook alerts. There should be something on Facebook under lives. You should be able to hit subscribe. So on that note, everybody, you have a great night. Have a really great weekend. And thank you to everyone. Thanks to the moderators. Thanks to Joe. Thank you to all of you.
Again, Woosah, there's nothing to report, and
Nope. Easy day.
yes, easy peasy. Enjoy your weekend.
All right,
Woosah.
everyone. Love you. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you Monday.
Yes.
Ciao.
Bye.